Aloha everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nathie and I'll be guiding you today in this practice. Today we're going to focus more on opening our hearts and allowing ourselves to release anything that we may be holding on to, any tension. Also maybe focus more on enjoying the moment, the present moment, and finding gratitude for ourselves and for the small things in our lives, focusing more on being more present. So we'll have you sit in Varasana. You can take one or two blocks with you here and just make sure that if at any point in time in any pose or anything you're doing with your body, you feel like you need to come out of that, please do so. Listening to your body is the number one advice I give in all of my classes. It's really important to tune in to the sensations in your body and recognize what you may be needing in any present moment in your practice. So you can choose to sit here on one or two blocks or directly on your heels, and bring the blocks between your feet. Just sit onto your blocks. You can also sit on a folded blanket in Sukhasana if that feels better for you. And we'll just take a moment here to land in our Varasana. Closing your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Having your hands lay on your thighs. And landing here, finding yourself in stillness. And recognizing how wonderful it is that you took the time to land on your mat for yet again another self-love practice. Allowing yourself to gently release what is not needed for yourself right now. What you'd like to invite into your practice, into your being, into your body, into your present experience. And just settle deeper here, feeling the sit bones rooted down. Bring your attention to your feet, the toes, the top of the feet, the ankles. Take two more deep breaths on your own here. Maybe sighing it out. Inhaling again. Exhaling it out. And then really deeply bringing in intention into your practice. Opening your heart, finding gratitude for the smallest things that you really appreciate right now in this moment. And that self-love and compassion that you're bringing into your mat, onto your mat. Now slowly open the eyes, send yourself forward, remove the blocks away from you, maybe placing them to the front of the mat. Here. And then we'll open our knees, mat width apart, big toes to touch, and just send your hips down into the heels into a wide-legged child's pose. You have the option here to have blocks underneath your hands or your forehead. Otherwise, just extend the arms forward and release the forehead down onto the mat. Take a really deep breath, deep down into the lower abdomen, into the hips. And gently exhale, relaxing the forehead, relaxing the chest and the hips down into the heels. Grounding down through the palms, grounding down through the third eye, grounding down through the shins and the top of the feet. Go ahead, take a deep inhale. Walk your arms to the right for a nice side stretch, and then release the forehead back down onto the mat. Deep inhale into that left side, opening and stretching the ribs. Then exhale, allow that left side to completely relax down towards the mat. One more breath. Release. On your next inhale, just walk your hands back to center. Maybe reach the fingertips a little bit more forward. And then exhale, walk your arms to the left. Release the forehead down onto the mat. Take a really deep breath into that right side of the body. And release the breath, allowing your right hip to fall down towards the right heel. Take another deep breath. Exhale it out. When you're ready, inhale, walk your arms back to center. Pull yourself up into a tabletop, and we'll do a few rounds of cat-cow. So take an inhale, look up, tailbone up, draw the heart forward. And then exhale, tailbone down, rounding the upper back, drawing the navel into the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, look up, tailbone up, drop the belly button down towards the mat. Exhale, round. Feel all the palms and the fingers pressing out of the mat. Keep going with your breath here. Moving with your breath in your cat-cows. Maybe one more round. Noticing the sensations in your body, in your spine, maybe in your chest, in your heart center. Good. And then we'll come back into center, and we'll just allow ourselves to maybe sway our hips side to side, maybe making nice big circles with the hips. However you feel called to move in your tabletop here. And just noticing how it feels in every part of the movement, in your hips, maybe in your wrists. And then switch directions here. Good. And come back to center. Inhale, reach the left arm overhead. Exhale, weave it underneath the right armpit to hover. We'll flow here 3 times. Inhale, reach up, open the chest towards the sky. Exhale, weave the left arm underneath and reach to a hover. Inhale up. Exhale, reach. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, reach. This time, just allow your shoulder, your arm, your left temple to rest on the mat and extend the right arm forward. Coming into melting heart, outer left shoulder opening here. So we're opening up the back of the upper back on the left side, the shoulder blade area. We're also opening up the front line of the body. Option to bind the right arm behind you into a slight twist here. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, allow your chest, your weight to melt down, opening the top shoulder. Send the breath into the left shoulder. When you're ready, pressing out of the mat with your right hand, inhale, sweep that left arm overhead. Maybe look up. Exhale, bring that left hand down to meet the right into tabletop. Inhale, reach that right arm overhead. Exhale, weave it underneath into a hover. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, weave into a hover. Inhale, up. This time, exhale, sweep it underneath, release the shoulder, release the arm, release the forehead or the right temple down, maybe extending the left arm forward. And just allow yourself to melt here in the shoulder opening. Deep breath in. Recognize the slow exhalation. Giving yourself the time to appreciate the in-breath and the out-breath. Option to bind the left arm behind you, grabbing onto your pants or your thigh. Take one more deep breath here. And then on your next inhale, press out of the mat with your left hand. Sweep that right arm overhead, reach. And then exhale, bring that right hand down to meet the left. Maybe walk yourself a little bit forward to the top of the mat. Extend the right leg out behind you onto the ball of the foot. Just swaying forward and back, pressing the heel back, stretching the right calf, and then moving forward and back. Good. When you're ready, just turn the left shin out away from you and pivot the back foot onto its side, keeping your left hand on the mat. Take that right arm overhead, reaching here. I'm just opening up into a modified plank here. Option to have that right arm overhead, palm facing down, pinky finger maybe rolling forward. Really reaching, grounding down into the outer edge of that right foot. You also have the option here to just lift that leg off of the mat, parallel to the mat. You don't want it higher than your hip here. Just breathe. If you want to go a little deeper, bend that right knee, maybe grabbing onto that right ankle and opening up the front of the right quad, hip flexors. Opening the heart, the front line of the body. And when you're ready, if you're there, just release the leg back, parallel to the mat, reaching the arm overhead. And then exhale, lower the foot down. Keep here on your table into your side plank. Deep breath. And then exhale back into your tabletop. Inhale the left foot behind you onto the ball of the foot. Swing forward and back. Press that left heel back to feel the left calf opening up and stretching here. Stay with breath. Notice anything that is arising for you in this moment. Any thoughts or anything that is happening in your body. Invite it with self-love and compassion as being part of your whole experience. When you're ready, just turn the right shin outwards, away from the body. Flip your back foot onto its side. Keep the right hand planted and send the left arm overhead. Deep breath here. Relaxing the neck. Looking sideways. Option to extend the arm overhead, palm facing down, maybe curling the pinky down towards the mat. Feeling a nice opening here on the side body. You might be feeling it elsewhere. Just notice without any judgment. Option to lift that back leg up parallel to the mat. And just stay here working on your balance. If you want to go a little deeper, option to bend that top knee, grab that foot or ankle with the left hand, and just press the foot into the hand, opening up the quad, opening up the left hip flexors. Deep breath here. If you're comfortable, maybe you'd like to experiment with closing your eyes. Feel your heart opening here towards the side, the chest, the pectoral muscles. On your next inhale, release the leg parallel to the mat, sending the arm overhead once more. Take a deep breath, lengthening. And then exhale, release the foot back down on the mat. Inhale. And then exhale, turn back into your tabletop. Good. When you're ready, tuck the toes. Maybe walk yourself a little back behind towards the back of the mat. Knees underneath hips and wrists underneath shoulders. Just sway yourself back into a sort of child's pose, feeling the toes stretch here. And then reaching the arms forward just a little bit. And then inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, send the chest forward, past the wrists. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, back, hips back into the heels. Just keep flowing like this for a few rounds of breath. When you're ready, come back to center, and then just send your hips up into your first down dog. Feet about hip width apart, maybe pedaling the feet with your breath. Taking your time here, inhale, heel up, exhale, the other heel down. For your initial down dog, just notice the back of the body, how you're feeling from the fingertips all the way to the heels. The line of energy from the back of the arms, the shoulders, the spine, the hips, the glutes, the hamstrings, the calves, all the way to the heels and the bottom of the feet. And then come to stillness. Exhale both heels down. Start lifting the tailbone up and back. Draw the navel deeper into the spine as you allow the chest to melt closer to your thighs. Drawing the elbows in towards each other to frame the upper back, relaxing the neck and the head. So notice if you're holding your neck up here. Notice if you're trying to look past your hands. Just allow your head to relax. Maybe say yeses and nos, just to try and coax your neck to relax. Deep breath into the upper back. Exhale, draw the tailbone back and away from you, maybe swaying your hips slightly side to side. Feel all 10 fingers, the index and thumb knuckles grounded into the mat. Hands at least shoulder width apart, if not wider. And then allow yourself to just send your hips to the left. Bend the left knee and just pivot the right foot onto its side, feeling a nice stretch in the outer right hip and thigh. You're still in down dog. Inhale back to center, heels up, and then exhale, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, pivot the left foot onto its side. And then press the hips back so that you feel that opening on the left side of the outer hip, outer thigh. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, heels down. Inhale, walk the hands to the feet, bend the knees. Exhale, fold. Fold generously here into ragdoll. You can have blocks underneath your hands. You can hold on to opposite elbows into your ragdoll and allow yourself to fold deeply here. Deep breath into the back of the body. Exhale, relax the weight down deeper here. On your next inhale, release the hands back on the blocks or the mat. Inhale, half lift, maybe hands on shins. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, half lift. Really reach the crown forward, tailbone back, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale, arms overhead, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Tadasana, hands by your sides, palms facing forward. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, really slowly look up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk your hands forward into high plank here. Hold your high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep all the way up. Exhale, twist to the right, arms parallel to the mat, keeping your hip bones facing forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Open your heart to the sky here, maybe looking up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist to the left, arms parallel to the mat. Again, inhale, up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, walk forward into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale into your down dog. Inhale, reach that right leg high into three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Hold it here for one breath. Inhale. Exhale, step it between the hands. Lower the back knee down. Option to have hands under blocks. You can also untuck the back toes. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale into your low lunge here. One more breath. Exhale. Either keeping the knee down or tucking the toes and lifting the knee up. Plant the left hand down. Inhale. And then exhale. Send that right arm overhead into a twist here. Inhale. Exhale. Another inhale. Exhale, lower that hand down. Step that right foot back into high plank. Lower the knees down. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Untuck toes. Inhale, baby cobra. So pull yourself forward and then lift the heart up. Exhale, lower. Two more times. Press the top of the feet down into the mat. Activate the thighs. Inhale, lift. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower. One more time. Exhale, lower. When you're ready, either press yourself up into high plank or onto your knees first, and then exhale into your down dog. Inhale the left leg high behind you, reach it high. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest, hold it here for one breath. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step it gently between the hands, lower the back knee. And reach the heart forward. Exhale here. Maybe hands on blocks if that feels better for you. When you're ready, lower the hands back down on the mat. Keep the right hand planted inside of the left foot. Keep the right knee down if desired. Otherwise, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, twist to the left, sending the left arm overhead. 2 breaths here. And then when you're ready, plant that left hand back, step it back into high plank, lower down into your flow. So chaturanga, exhale halfway down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Good. Inhale the right leg behind you, reach it high. Exhale, step it between the hands. Step the left foot forward just slightly with the toes pointed at a 45-degree angle or towards the top left corner of the mat here. Really reach that heel back, plant that back foot. Take your blocks. And let's come into pyramid. So frame the front foot with your blocks, straighten the front knee, or maybe have a slight bend, and then just try folding forward onto that leg. And then option here to take that block on the outside of the right foot or the inside of the right foot, planting your right hand and just sending the left arm overhead. into your twist here. You can even have your hand onto your hip. And then lower back down onto the mat. Remove the blocks, bend the front knee. Just send your weight forward and start balancing into your warrior 3 here. Again, you can have your hands on your mat at first or your blocks. Just send the heel back, toes pointing down. And allow the left hip to drop slightly to level out the hips here. Send the crown forward, reach out of both ends here, and also feel that bottom leg grounded down into the mat. So it's almost like the energy is lifting up out of the bottom leg. Maybe here maybe you'd like to try to take one hand off of one block. Option here to keep the left hand on the block, reaching the right arm forward. This is kind of like a modified bird dog. It's another version of bird dog. And then bend the bottom knee, release the left foot down to meet the right and fold forward at the top of the mat as you exhale. Bend the knees generously. Inhale, rise, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, twist to the right, arms parallel to the mat. And then just drop the right arm down behind you. Reach that left arm overhead for a nice twist here. Maybe look up. Inhale, arms back, parallel to the mat. Exhale. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right, arms parallel to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, drop the left hand down to meet the thigh and reach that right arm overhead. Opening the heart, opening all of that front line of the body. Inhale, arms parallel to the mat. Exhale here. Inhale, back to center, arms overhead. Exhale, release the hands down behind your back, interlace the fingers, really press the top of the hands down towards your mat. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Maybe here, keeping the hands by your lower back, reaching them back. Exhale, release the hands down onto your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back into high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale the left leg behind you, reach it high. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Step it between the hands. Have your blocks nearby in the front of the mat. When you're ready, maybe open up the gap. Open up your stance if you need a wider stance for your stability. Just step the right foot forward a little bit and have the toes pointing towards the right top corner of the mat. Really ground down the back of the heel, the back of the foot, so that back of the back of the right leg is really solid and grounded into the mat. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Hands on blocks. Inhale, half lift. Reach the crown forward in your flat back. Maybe keep a micro bend in the left knee, not to hyperextend that knee. And then exhale, fold into your pyramid. Again, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And then we'll open up into our twist, either having the left block on the outside of the left foot or inside of the left foot on any level. Place your left hand onto the block. Inhale, twist to the right, sending the right arm overhead. Make any micro adjustments that you may need to modify here. You can also have that right hand on the right hip, or even bind behind you if that feels good to you. Feel that nice opening wherever you may be feeling it in your body. You may be feeling it in the back of the left hamstring, the outer right hip, the chest, the shoulders. Minimal weight into that bottom hand. Feel your legs both pressing into the mat, really grounding you down through both feet. And then exhale. Come back, release the hands down onto the mat. And then just shift your weight forward when you're ready. Lift the back leg off of the mat, parallel to the mat, maybe hands on your blocks. Reach the crown forward, right toes pointing down towards the mat to level out the hips. Deep breath here. And just recognize the balance here that you're working on and where the weight is going into the bottom foot. Ground down in all four corners of the foot. Maybe experiment with lifting the right hand off of the block to your heart. Maybe keeping the right hand on the block and reaching the left arm forward into modified bird dog. This is warrior 3. One more deep breath. Reach, and then exhale, bend the knees, step it forward, and release into your forward fold here as you exhale. And then just allow yourself to hang here in ragdoll again, maybe swaying side to side. When you're ready, bend the knees. Allow the hips to fall back down into a crouching pose here. Just allow yourself to just roll into a little ball. And when you're ready, just allow your sit bones to land onto your mat. And then we'll come into butterfly pose. So allow your knees to splay open and bring the soles of the feet together on your mat. You can keep your feet further away into a diamond shape to have a less intense opening in the inner thighs and hips. Otherwise, just draw the feet closer in towards you. Option here to hold onto the shins or the outer edges of the feet. Take a deep inhale, reach the heart open, shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, start folding forward here. Maybe your forehead wants to land on a block. Take a few deep breaths here into your Baddha Konasana. Being mindful of that beautiful in-breath and that out-breath, and reminding yourself of the small things that you might be grateful for and what you're inviting onto your mat even more and more. Deep breath deep down into the pelvis, creating space into the inner hips and thighs. When you're ready, slowly come back up, taking your blocks, drawing the knees back to center, and then we'll come into supported fish. So take a block behind the shoulder blades, the lengthwise, and the other block for the supporting your head. So your head can be at the lowest setting or middle setting, whatever feels good to you. For some of you who have a more advanced practice, your block that's between your shoulder blades might be higher, at a higher setting. So just explore here. When you're ready, just lower down onto your forearms first and find the block for your back. The block shouldn't be passing the shoulders. And then just rest your head down onto the other block. The feet, the soles of the feet can stay resting onto the mat. You also have the option here to extend the legs out in front of you, just like so. And just allow your heart to open up here, maybe opening the arms up into a T, a butterfly, or maybe overhead. To open up the side body a little more. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, relax your weight down into the block. Allow your feet to just splay opened. Opening your heart. Opening the pectoral muscles, the shoulders. Maybe you'd like to close your eyes and visualize a place or anything for yourself that allows you to feel more opened and more relaxed and at peace. Notice if you're holding tension in your lower back, in your shoulders or your neck. And just breathe into the areas of tension. Option to have a bolster underneath the knees. Take 2 more deep breaths. Open your mouth, side out. Again. And when you're ready, plant the soles of the feet down on the mat. You can either just completely roll onto your side from here, or press yourself up onto your forearms, removing the blocks, and then lay yourself back down onto the mat. Draw the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug here. And when you're ready, open the arms out into a T. We're going to come into a twist. You can choose any version of the twist that you like here. Mine is going to be taking the right leg on top of the left, binding my legs, and just dropping my knees to the left. For some of you, you might just want to stack the legs together and drop the legs to the left. You can have a block between the thighs or underneath the left knee. Take 5 deep breaths into your twist. Relaxing the jaw and the forehead. Feeling yourself grounding down into your body, into the earth. Recognizing that really this is all you need right now. When you're ready, unbind the knees, slowly come back up to center. Draw the knees into the chest, maybe open the knees wide, moving organically, however feels good to you here. Staying with breath. When you're ready, bring the left thigh on top of the right, bind the legs, and just drop the knees to the right for your twist, your supine twist. Option to have a block underneath the knee. Option to look to the left and maybe relax the eyes down, fully closed. Deep breath into that left side, expanding that left side, creating space for your lungs, your heart. Now visualize this beautiful bright light flooding out from your heart. Notice that pure light that's coming in deep in from the heart center. And it's spreading out through your entire body. Spreading out through all of your pores. Your shimmering light. You're a star. And your light is spreading throughout the entire universe. To everyone else's light. And becoming the most brightest, most beautiful, pure, loving, tender and gentle light. Take 2 more breaths. When you're ready, slowly unbinding the legs, drawing the knees back to center, just taking a moment here to notice how you feel in your lower back, in your spine. Take a deep breath into the back body. Exhale, maybe send the top of the feet towards the sky, into your waterfall here. Maybe rotating the ankles, if that feels good. Maybe sending the hands over towards the sky, rotating the wrists. And then switching directions with your circles. Having a little bit of a release. And then come to stillness. Allow your legs to hang into the sky. And feel that bright light from your heart. Reaching up through the arms, reaching up through the legs, through the toes, the fingers. And reaching out to all the other stars. All the moments in your life that have created such a beautiful existence and encompassing all of who you are in all of your moments. As a whole being, as a whole self. Through dark and light, holding yourself in this loving embrace, this place of gratitude for all beings. And then release the legs, give yourself a final hug. Inhale. Maybe exhale, lifting the shoulders, tucking the forehead into the knees, giving yourself a really tight hug, a big ball. And then release the legs, reach maybe the arms overhead in your final Shavasana here. So get comfortable. You can allow yourself to have a blanket. We're going to end the class in Shavasana, so find yourself into a super comfortable place. Your Shavasana can also be on your side. It can also be on your belly. You can also have a bolster underneath your knees here or a block behind the head. Just find a place of ease, releasing all the effort. Take a few minutes in Shavasana. Finding your breath and noticing if you're holding your breath, and allow the shoulders, the chest, the heart, the abdomen, the hips to just release. Relaxing all of the back of the body deep down into the earth. Finding that sense of connection, that sense of grounding. And bring your attention to the back of the heart. Noticing the bright light of the heart shining through the back body. Grounding down in the back of your upper back. The light cradling you, surrounding your entire body. Release the breath, finding a natural rise and fall of the abdomen. Relaxing the jaw, the teeth, allowing your tongue to just settle into the palate. Feeling the back of the head just weighing really heavy into the mat. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you so much for joining me in your practice today. Namaste.